You should have attended the live introduction to today's lesson where we talk about the formula that we use for the area of parallelograms is that area is equal to base times height. And we discussed that the reason why for this is that a parallelogram is actually just easily turned into a rectangle by rearranging its pieces. And we reviewed the idea of the height is perpendicular to the base, and that you never use the slant to determine the height of a parallelogram. Just like when you go to the doctor, they always have you stand up straight. Those of you that were absent and did not attend the live introduction, that's a summary of what we did. We can discuss that more in detail when you come, but you're still able to do the work today. So here I've got a couple of parallelograms. We are not going to work through all of these, but I am going to just review with you the way that you are required to show your work. You will be turning in work today. It will be in the folder so that I can grade how you show your work in addition to the accuracy of your work. On formative, you will only enter the numbers. You will not enter any units. So let's talk about this first this first parallelogram. We have our base and our height. These dimensions that are written on all four of these is referring to the height. That's that red dotted line that's perpendicular to the base. So for this first one here, our first line is always our formula line. Area equals base times height. Our second line is always our substitution line. So in parentheses, we would put 6 for the base and 6 for the height. And then our third line, of course, is our solution line. If you need to work these out off to the side as some doodle work, that's fine. But for some of these, I would expect that you can work them out in your head. For example, this one would be one that you should be able to work out on your own in your head. 6 times 6 is 36. So then this would be 36 centimeters squared. We're only going to do one more. Let's look at this parallelogram right here. First line is always our formula, area equals base times height. The second line is going to be our substitution. The base is 12.5 and the height is 7. So then we have to figure this out. If you need to do doodle work, that's just fine. So 12.5 times 7. 5 times 7 is 35. 7 times 2 is 14. Plus 3 is 17. 7 times 1 is 7. Plus 1 is 8. I have one digit behind the decimal point. So my answer then is 87.5 centimeters squared. Make sure you show your work. Make sure on your paper you have labeled your units. But in formative, you are only typing in the numbers.